Okay. Maybe it will function this time. Hopefully. Doesn't seem to be much of anyone around, but I guess that's alright. It is 2:02. So I think I'll just get started and hope someone shows up. Oh, hello. We already had our regular suddenly OBS decides it doesn't want to broadcast. Yeah. So hopefully that will be its only fit today, and I can just cut that out completely because nothing happened during that time but me staring at the screen. Anyway, this is a hold by Erik Hermansson, Smalsum Swix, and Shallow Down. Early in his career, Beethro got tired of his friends going on about the terrible Smalsum Swix. Jesus, it's just one floor. I could clear it in a few hours for 100 Greckles. Ears perked and arrangements were made. Okay. Looks like I need to enter this way. What is that for? Heh. So what is the deal here? I guess I don't want the tar stuff to grow in the wrong way and make a baby over here. It could also grow and make a baby here that I don't want, probably. Well, I guess I'll just hit this and hope that's what I need to do. Oh. I guess I should wait for the snakes to be correctly timed. This is kind of awkward. This is by Erik Hermansson. Oh, I guess I just need to wait around here for half an hour. Okay. Alright. So I don't understand why there are these gigantic tar timers when I'm handed... In fact, I'm forced to use an invisibility potion the instant I come into the room. That seems really strange. I don't see any weird tricks going on here. I mean, yeah, I guess I need this guy to get out of the way. Maybe I should aim to kill him before I enter this tar zone. Just sort of make him go on that lane or something. I don't see any particular tricks to this room. It just seems like... Here it is. Yeah, that's good enough. Now I can just let him bonk himself long enough to be short so I can kill him. Like, yeah, I'll kill the mothers, make the snake dead, and that will be it, I think. Alright, so now I can just stand here and wait a while. And I'll worry about killing the snake once I'm rid of that tar mother. So ideally I would like to lure this snake into dying the same way the first one did, where that trap door was. But I don't know if I can achieve the ideal result. Maybe I want to kind of attract him into the right position and then push him west somehow. Interesting. Let's try this. Well, I was hoping he would come south because or west because I'm west of him. Yeah, there we go. That's what I needed. Alright, and I don't think there's any further tricks to this room. It's just a little bit tough to get rid of that snake. Here's another room where you're just forced into an invisibility potion at the beginning. And is this the theme of the hold? Just, here's an invisibility potion, now tug this snake all over the place. That's kind of a weird theme to go with. Then again, I can't say that I had any idea what Smallsome Swix was supposed to mean in the first place. It looks almost like some kind of hint or spoiler scroll with its placement, so I'm inclined to wait and read it after. It could be a challenge scroll as well, but I don't think I would react to that much differently. Alright, let's try... It would be really beneficial to me to have the inner snake placed really conveniently when I get to him. So maybe something like that. Can I reach that snake now? Yeah, there we go. Now I'll step around. Step around a little better. Alright, now I have maximum room in front of this snake. Perfect. Then I don't have to spend an eternity and a half waiting around for the snakes to align themselves. This guy will die right away. And I just need to pull the other one over into place. And there's the Wraithwing. Alright, now let's see what that scroll's about. It seems only fair to tell you, the orb will close the 2 horizontal passageways and give access to the northern chamber. Okay, so it told me information that I was pretty sure of and also could confirm for myself, but which would not have been mechanically available in the original edition, I assume. Okay, here is something involving mimic potions. I'm not too sure what to make of this. Alright, what's this scroll say? What an inappropriate location for a scroll. No matter, in some alternate reality, Bithro lives on, having not made this foolish decision. Okay. So I guess I should try to place mimics in a way that... I should try to choose which mimic goes where in a way that's convenient and useful. Let's see, there are... There are 5 roach areas, and... Yeah, I think it's just behaving like walls, because this is a required room, I think. So, there are 5 roach areas and 7 mimics, and then 1 roach that I think a mimic needs to go kill out here as well. And there's something odd going on with the way the roaches are in these areas as well. Only certain roaches are available from certain positions, because of the trapdoors preventing me from placing mimics in certain places. Thank goodness there is no red door in this room, though. So my inclination is just to go ahead and stick a mimic here. And he'll eventually probably kill his guys. That's not good. Okay, I can't use that one. I'm pretty sure you can go here, though. If I were to run out of options... No? Well, okay. I can go through here in a different direction and make this much easier on myself. Yeah. Now I'm done. Now I have no restrictions at all for what this mimic can do, and he can just finish the job. What's conspicuous to me is that with this particular trapdoor passageway, essentially the mimic has to go around through here, which I think means I can't use this potion at all, which means that I would have to use this potion last, if at all, if I use it at all. So I think under these conditions, I should be trying to reach that one last. Each of these buttons. That's not it. Quick and dirty thing. Okay, it didn't start there. So maybe this is a room beginning requirement? It seems to me like I should be able to complete the room under these conditions, but maybe not. I'm gonna give it a try at least before I give up and head to the other room entrance. Because it looks to me like there is a way to get one mimic for each of the necessary locations without using that one any other way. Nah, I am a mimic shy. Okay. Guess there's just a weird room entrance requirement then. Did I just not use the mimic at the south? I thought I did, but I don't know. Whatever, anyway, now I have the option of just dumping the mimic here on my way into that area, and then the very last mimic would still be on the other bridge going the other way in that area, but There's essentially no harm in that being so. I think I wanted to put this one here. Okay. Now the only place this can go is here. Maybe I miscounted how many sections there are? Oh, wait. There's a weird constraint here, you see? This extra Mimic Potion is not available unless you entered from one of these two doors. Which I guess means that it's equivalent to this one? Or something? It's a little strange, but okay. It sure looks like I have everything I need to complete the room. Maybe not, though? Let me think about something. I should find somewhere other than that place to put this Mimic. Because... okay, no, there's nowhere else to put this one. So maybe I should find another place for this one. But there isn't really anywhere else it can go. What I noticed was that what looked like it had to be my last Mimic was not going to have anywhere that it could go, because the only place that would have been available would be blocked off. Yeah, that could be it too. No, you're not really saying anything that I'm not more or less thinking. Alright, let's try again. I don't know what I did wrong my first time attempting the room from this end. But something didn't go quite right. And I felt like I had run out of potions. Maybe I hadn't and I just forgot one of them. Alright, so along here, this and that one are available. I'm inclined to do that one. Counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This cannot be right. That wouldn't be long enough. Why did I feel like I definitely had enough before? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh yeah, it's because if the roach is here, then there is no way to use this potion and also kill the roach. That's the problem. Look at this. Here's something. There's no reason I couldn't have done that potion last still, but doing it first amounts to a change in perspective, which I think fixes the problem that I was having. Because now I can still reserve this spot for that potion, and the other ones all have valid places to go, I think. Maybe not. Where can this one go? Yeah, it seemed like that one could only go there. So maybe there's another place this one can go? It looks like I might be able to hit this with that potion if I'm coming from the west. Let's test that. No, the roach moves before you take the potion. I didn't think that was so. Wait a minute. That's where that potion goes. Durr. Duh. It's like, hey, I need to get past a door. What do I use to get past this door? If only this pesky door weren't in my way. You know, if only I had something to hit an orb with, so I could get past this door. Right, and the last potion can definitely handle the square room. The square room? The big rectangle. It's not a square. I don't think this room should have given me this much trouble, but it is a nice, fairly clever thing. Requires you to think about something a little differently. So I'm going to use... I guess I should take this invisibility potion. Oh, brains. Okay. I was like, how are they still following me? Oh, that's why. Alright. So this is a unique starting position of the room. Alright, now I just need to drop the trapdoors. I guess. I'm just gonna, yeah, let the brains see me so the snakes can tangle themselves all into each other and mostly just die. Then I can go hit the button to open the door so I can finish the trapdoor passage. But first I'll wait a little longer. They're in very neat cycles right now, that's weird. Alright, well that's fine. I'm still invisible, so there should be opportunities to get them to kill themselves around here somewhere. Maybe I should do this. Yeah, look at that. They just all walked directly into a snake trap. Hilarious. Oh. I got some dropped frames there. Hope it didn't mess things up too badly. I could see the meter was going yellow and red. I guess so. Okay. To the north. What's this scroll say? If the enemy flanks your line, all is lost. What does that mean? Well, there's something going on with mimics here. It looks like I'm supposed to be doing this. Kinda. One of these is not going to work this way. Well, there's 5 places, so I guess I'm supposed to fill the other 3 first. So I need one to go, like, here somewhere. One to go in this line. And another in this line. And then just put them on the marks. Alright then. That's neat. This is one case where the shape of the room kind of very strongly suggests the solution. Before you get too far along, it's only fair to mention that you might want to prevent blockage of a certain passage. Okay. I have the option to not take the invisibility potion here, but I'm uncertain that it's a good idea to avoid it. It looks to me like this is the passage in question up in the north, and that doesn't have long before it's blocked. I think. Oh, but I don't want to be invisible just yet. I need that snake in range first. Oh, and I want to time this nicely if I can. Alright. I'm just trying to avoid being seen on the 30th turn. Is this just a little orb maze thing? Did I enter this on the wrong side? Maybe? Yeah, it looks like I need to come in from the south first and then go in. So I should let him keep walking with me for a bit. I guess I can afford a couple of growths. Can I close that? Let's see. If I were to cut that... No, I think I would be stuck with even a single growth. So I guess the idea here is that I need to pull the snake all the way around because I need to prevent a growth here. Oh, come on. No Tar Mother in this corner to make it difficult. Nor this... well, there is one up there, so there is one on this corner, kind of. I I think it's close enough to lure in. No, it needs 1 or 2 more steps. I'm pretty sure this is sufficiently well timed, especially since I have the option of just killing this tar mother at this point. Let's turn the sword a little better. This really seems like it ought to be possible, but... good enough for now, I guess. At least this one should be easy enough to kill. Yeah. Wow, that was ill-timed. Let's try that again. Yeah, I shouldn't do that either. That's kind of... There we go. That'll kill the snake, and that will solve a lot of my problems. Whee! No more snake. Alright, and the only remaining trick is to not get caught next to that brain on turn 30 or so, which is easy enough to do. Ta-da! And then there's a way to go south from here, which I'm a little interested in. Throw. I guess he has time to spare at the beginning, so he just spends some of it on turning his sword. Seems like. Oh, he starts cutting that thing right away. And doesn't even bother with... Yeah, he doesn't even bother with... I guess this is a very specific timing so that he doesn't have to bother with ducking in the first time. That's neat. And then kills the snake. Neat. Oh, that is the only exit. That didn't occur to me the force arrows mean that this is the only exit to this room anyway. And I'm not allowed to enter this room's puzzle area from the north. I have to come in from here, I see. Alright, something's going on here. We have this giant tangle of snakes. We have an invisibility potion, which I have to take. Is there any timer here? I don't see any reason I can't let the snakes just bash themselves to death a little bit before I even start. There's something going on with this roach here. I think I want him to come out. It sure looks like I do. Right after that, it's invisibility potion roach crowd. What is the best way to handle this? This is kind of a neat construction where the orb is in the one exact place where if I were to stand, there would be no roaches who detected me. If I could hold still, like right here, then I could have only 6 of them after me, but there's no way to do that and survive. Oh, okay. That's our solution. That orb does not open, it toggles. That makes this immensely easier. Always check your orbs. Especially when it seems like the difficulty you're perceiving depends on a certain orb configuration. Alright. So there is plenty of broken walls here to make snake traps with. I don't understand why there is essentially a roach timer here that requires me to waggle back and forth. That seems like kind of a strange thing to put in on as a requirement to enter the room. My favorite snake trap is one where it's actually coming in behind me and I can just make a diagonal move to make it follow me and die. This guy isn't feeling very cooperative, though. There we go. Alright, there we go. Now I'll check out what's to the south of there. It's goblins. It's a lot of goblins. There are mimic potions, if you can reach them. But mostly, it's goblins. Okay. This is out of left field for this hold so far. Like, yeah, it has included a lot of snakes, but no goblins before now. I'm trying to do that trick where if you run straight forward, you can get a bunch of goblins to bunch up behind you without killing you. Because that's what I would really like to do. I feel like these weird alcoves in the room north of here are probably intended for something. Like, maybe what I want to do is actually exit the room north a few times so that I can get to a good entrance. But even that seems kind of tiresome to accomplish. There we go. One down. I think I want to go to the south and reach the room south of here, assuming there is one. Because then I could be pointed north, and being pointed north is how I want to be to reach the mimic potions. So maybe I should travel through here. No, that's not working. Duck through another one. Maybe the far east is my best bet, or maybe I'm supposed to just go all the way around and not straight through at any point. That is also possible. Yeah, this feels a little more like what's intended here. Also, here is something. What is that? I'm gonna have to see what that is. Yo, what is this? Just a little diversion for you. Is somewhat nifty. What is somewhat nifty? Oh, is this doing what I think it is? Hold on. E-R-I-K ... That is really neat. I have never seen anyone ever do anything like that before. That is so cool. You have to do some real thinking to figure out how to make it do, like... I guess it's not that hard, but just look at this. That is really cool. And the fact that the player has to figure out what the room expects them to do, but it's not that hard to see, really enhances it even more. I need to get past that guy to the south somehow. Yeah, that's the way to do it. Oof, almost there. This last leap looks kind of long. Not this last, but this next one. Okay, yeah, we can just point west and be fine. For the most part. That guy is very much in the way. Better to start out farther from him rather than get so close. Alright, this is it. This has to be the way that I'm supposed to reach the mimic potions. I think. Is somehow or other from entering this way. Hoof. There we go. I don't need all these mimics, but it's satisfying to use at least some of them, rather than walking all the way over to the goblins myself. 23rd place tie. 41 moves. Oh, look who can come from the middle entrance there. This kind of thing is really has to be kind of interesting to try to optimize, because you have to strike some balance between how many mimics do I want to pick up versus how many turns do I want to spend just attacking things with the mimics that I already have. Alright, where is the path to the rest of the level? How do I reach that room? Because that looks like I'm supposed to enter from the west. There's a little bitty south exit in this room. Didn't even notice that at first. Here is a room of something. Alright, we do have goblins here. And this door does not close, by the way. I'm not sure if it's intended. I wouldn't be too surprised if it was, to do something like this. And then just, yeah, pull him away. You usually use goblins to block snakes. Here's a room where you use snakes to block goblins. I don't know if that goblin blocking snake room was a established concept at this point in time, but... Oh, come on, dude. There we go. Oh, I guess that's a snake-killing orb? I don't... Oh, yeah, that's for the mimic to hit. Duh. That's a snake-killing orb for the mimic to hit. Which means that I'm not supposed to use the mimic to help with the goblins, but... that's fine. Snake is being really uncooperative. Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of goblins here, and if I have the mimic in the room, he would also help. I made my own snake timer. There we go. One down. Yeah, it'd be pretty easy to kill the remaining snake with the mimic's help. So I think I want to just lure the goblins out of the room. Out of that little place. And then maybe have the mimic help me kill them. Not there. There we go. Yeah, it would. This looks like it should be perfect, though. Yeah. There we go. Here's some eyes. How do you do this room fast? Nick Throw, show us. Oh yeah, I didn't even bother with the second snake. And then use the mimic in the non-intended way to kill the snake. This is much easier than the one with their roaches. Because they only the ones that have a straight line shot with their eyesight are going to try to kill me at this point. I should try to keep a little better control over the situation, though. There we go. The goal with a big crowd of unawake eyes is usually to get behind them if you can. Wow, I have the option of not being invisible anymore at this point, which might be necessary. Yeah, it might be necessary in that brain area. But first, it seems there is a Roach Queen to contend with, and this snake. I think I'd rather be invisible for those. I'm thinking of using the Roach Queen on the snake, really. This is going to be excessively fancy to do, but this is going to be an excessively fancy way to kill this snake, I think. That's a good question. I don't think I've ever checked on that either. Eventually there will simply be enough roaches that it kills the snake. And then I will have a bunch of brained roaches to kill. There was absolutely no reason why I needed to do it this way. Other than that I felt like it. I don't think eyes can see you if you're invisible, even if the brain knows you're there. If you're invisible and out of smell range. I could be wrong, but that would be my guess. Okay. I think that's orange, right? Is that orange or is that red? No, those are red. I am not really sure what's going on here. Let's pay a visit to the scroll, why don't we? I was going to give you a hint, but then you would probably get mad at me for giving it away. Okay. This setup, even though I don't know why it would be necessary, this setup feels to me like some kind of synchronization thing. Like I want all of the snakes to be in the same position within their own individual loop. Which, okay, fine, I can do that. I don't know what purpose that will serve, but I can definitely accomplish it. Is that one gonna see me on my way out? Nope. Now they're brained. I kind of want to, I don't know, do this. Maybe the middle one should be in a different place, is my impression. So the middle one should be, what? Some number of steps apart from the others. Like behind them, maybe? I'm just gonna take a random guess and see what end result happens. Okay, now he's about 4 tiles behind, so I should push him 4 tiles forward. I guess I don't have that option. Well, I could push things around to have that option, I think. Now I have no idea where I am as far as the timing that I had before goes, so let's just try again and see where I am. Alright, he's 2 tiles behind, so push him 2 tiles forward. 1, 2. 2. Hopefully that will work. Yeah, I think this is what I'm supposed to do, is put them like this, and then drop that, and then they should bonk themselves to death. Oh. What? Why is that not working? I have no idea what other configuration could be intended. So should that one be a tile shorter? Looks like that's the middle one. So if I want him to be a tile shorter, then I need him to be a tile farther forward. Guess I'll try that. Yeah, somehow that didn't occur to me. Okay. Is that it? That is it. I don't know, I just thought they would kill each other because that seems like an obvious thing for 3 snakes in that position to be doing. Okay. Sending solutions to server. Having spent several days beneath, Beethro reflected that he might have underbid on the Smallsome Swix job. The trouble is, you can't get a good estimate on a hold you've slogged until you've slogged most of the way through it. Okay. Smart Brain Sanctum by Jeff. Beethro stumbles upon a small sanctum. It's labeled Smart Brain Sanctum. Not minding the label, Beethro enters the sanctum. Ah, potions involving invisibility potions. And some do not, some that don't. The first 5 puzzles. Okay. Sure. What is this? So this opens that. I don't understand this room, so I'm just gonna kill this and barrel in first. What is the problem with doing that? This. So how can a gel mother fix that? First of all, I don't want her growing northward, because that's bad. No growing north for you. So I guess I need to stand down here fussing with this for a while. Because presumably I need to do some kind of growth with the button. I guess it just needs to grow onto that button over there. Which, okay, fine. There's not even a brain in this room. I thought with it being called Smart Brain Sanctum, it would be a brain-based puzzles. But I guess it just means that if you want to succeed in the Sanctum, you're supposed to have a smart brain yourself. I don't know. A little bit strange. This just feels a bit like trimming a hedge. Or the grass. Almost there now, though. Alright, one more growth, I assume, will do what's needed. Yeah, because now the roaches can all kind of be lured westward before I'm in the area. I did not need to cut it there, but I felt like cutting it there. Alright then, introductory puzzle. Next, we have a guard and decoy potions and another gel mothers. Okay. I guess I have to wait around some 500 turns or hit this broken wall? Well, no, even then, I need to wait around forever until this opens up. It looks like. So, I guess we're waiting around for this to happen so that that becomes cuttable. How very awkward. How... Okay, so I need to cut all of that somehow. Okay. And this guy is here. I don't know that I actually need his help. Or more specifically, I don't know how I would use his help. Seems to me like I just need to uncap all 4 of these blobs. And then cut them open. Well, I don't know how that's supposed to work. I guess I need to magically manipulate that guy in there to hit that. Hey, stupid, come here. This is really awkward to try to do on a timer. I guess I have to clean this stupid mess first then. So first place a decoy and try to get him hung on it. Then go kill this garbage. I have to at some point, so I guess I'd better do it right now. At the very least, I need to kill the mother eye here so it stops growing. I mean, there's no benefit to delaying that. Because all the time I spend doing that is going to have to be spent in exactly that way. No matter what. I feel like I would like this room much better if it didn't have a weird timer in it. No, I think this timer's a bit too short. I mean, if it's pointless in the way that, like, there's nothing about this room that makes being efficient with it interesting. It just means that if you are not as efficient as the architect expected you to be, then have fun completely starting the room over again. It looks to me like I have the option of destroying this before opening the door. So let's do that. I will admit that technically that could be considered a different strategy. Whoops, no, he's gonna kill that one. I don't want that. So that I can use the decoy to prevent him from being in my face sometimes. Therefore, the later I kill a decoy, the better. There. Now I can set up the other three without being constantly harassed. enough. There. I guess the puzzle, quote-unquote, was entirely to clear out the south blob before starting the thing. This first room was a lot of make the blob grow very slowly, cutting the grass. The second room was do this thing 4 times and do it quick or else. What will this third room be? Oh. Destroy all tar stuff. Here's some trapdoors too, by the way, to make it extra awkward. A little bit, yeah. Almost. There we go. But we don't want to do that. Okay. Maybe, but the problem is that if you take more than 30 moves to kill the mother, then it immediately becomes a lot more trouble. Alright, that should work. Why did I start to turn around to stab the conquer token? How long was mine? Oh, it was under 100 moves, yep. Tanan did it in 61, which involves 2 growth cycles, possibly. Well, no, he only lets it grow 1 time. And then runs to the conquer token first, because that's how scores work. Alright. Ah, there's no gel in this room. It's a miracle. What does this room want? It looks kind of like it wants me to put the snake in here. And then walk up. And then quickly walk in there, I guess? What is the mud for? Isn't this purely a snake manipulation thing? Am I missing something? Because all I need to do is push the snake into the passage, right? After which it behaves like an excessively long timer. Like way longer than I need. Did I misunderstand something about this room? Okay. Well, that happened. Well, this room doesn't have gel either. Instead it has briar and tar. Something's definitely going on here. I feel like I broke that room. It was... like, it shouldn't have been that easy, right? Should I have kept those eyes alive? Maybe? Maybe not. Maybe this will kill the snakes. Alright, something's going on here. Yeah. I mean, it wasn't even hard snake manipulation by my standards, which is not that hard by a lot of people's standards. Okay, I'm probably not supposed to kill the queen, maybe? Something is going on with this room where it expects a very specific sequence, I feel like. That can't be it. It wants me to do something very specific with my first 30 turns. That was slower than the... How did I do this? Yeah. Yeah, this kind of works, I guess. And then I guess I want a roach egg to be in the way of the south eye. Now what? That's weird. They bumped against each other the first time I played this room, so I don't know what's different now. I have no idea what I have available as options to kill them with, either. I mean, there's a bunch of eyes here, but not really a way to bring any of the westmost ones with me. Again, this room clearly expects me to do something very specific with the first 30 turns, and I have no idea what that thing is. I guess I'll just leave it like that, even though I know this can't be right. No, I'm supposed to do something like that, but even faster, I guess. No, I could not. The whole problem is that the queen needs to go west. And she will not do that with a roach in the way. In this position, I cannot solve the room, because the eyes will kill me. The force arrows do not help me either, because there is no way to lure the roach to them when I am stuck on this force arrow and cannot go north or south enough to lure the roach to anywhere useful. So clearly I've done something wrong earlier, and not fast enough somehow. What? There is no eye blocking the awakened eye. Both of the eyes wake up at the same time. Neither of them can block the other one. I have to rush for the trap door because I need to reach the queen before turn 30, or else this nonsense happens. I have no idea what you're talking about. Oh look, still not fast enough. What? At no point here did I turn southeast. I really don't feel like I'm doing much of anything different. I'm just doing the thing what doesn't work. Okay, I did the thing slightly faster, so now I guess it works. Okay. I don't have that option. I do not have the option to go north or south enough to lure a roach onto an arrow, because this is the way that I opened that option up. And if I cross this arrow, then there is an eye right behind me where I cannot move much. I have to cross the trap door to avoid that problem. Anyway. Oh, okay. I guess this is what this is for. Please do not free the growing carnivorous cable plants. Okay, so this is a weird bomb maze? Sure, I guess. I'm not even sure that I want to be the head of the bomb in this room. It sure seems like I do, though. Okay. Weird thing to include after finishing the level. The last 5 puzzles. If the first thing were anything to go by, I think I might rather move to another hold. Let's just take a look at something else. Smith Basement by Brian. Job offer. Smite Master needed to clean infested basement. Okay. It figures where there is food, roaches follow. I don't know if you meant the previous level and the level in the second level of the previous hold, or this hold one south. Probably last one. Oh, this? Okay. I notice one west is once again using invisibility in some way. Obviously, I want to be not seen by a brain on any turn 30. Nor by any queen if I can help it. Alright. Yeah, that Smart Brain Sanctum didn't have any brains in any of the first level at all. So I guess it just wasn't a brain-themed hold at all. I don't know, I guess that kind of thing is what you get when you name a game element after something that people commonly use in certain expressions regarding intelligence inside of a puzzle game. It'd be sort of like if you had something called, if you had like a puzzle game which used some element called IQ or something. Someone could name their level something involving IQ, I don't know. Nope. There we go. Alright, easy enough. What is to the south? Oh, it's a Roach Queen maze. What do you have to say? It took me 923 moves to kill the queen and 4,110 total moves to clean the room. Okay. So it's a queen maze, but it's a queen maze where the queen is allowed to spawn all she wants. Sure, I guess. I mean, it's not that, like, the grand majority of those moves are not going to be spent on difficult things, what I'm inclined to believe here. Like, the grand majority of all those moves are going to be mostly spent remazing all the roaches back out after the queen. I really don't want her to spawn in that exact way. Maybe I can get away with not letting her do that. Yeah, this should work better, maybe. Yeah, that's much better. I guess this would be okay. So, the main puzzle of the room is really just getting the queen to come out and in trying to ensure that she spawns in a way that doesn't completely block herself, which is not too uninteresting of an idea. There's just a lot of cleanup after you're finished with the main puzzle of the room, which, I don't know. I don't know of a way without scripting that you could have fixed this in this early of a time. There's no traps or anything, which would make this exponentially worse. If there were force arrow traps or something that you could get the queen the queen or her spawn stuck on, just imagine that. Imagine if you needed to actually navigate all the roaches out of all that. That would be something. So navigate the queen through the maze and also at the same time prevent her from... I need to wait till the right time to... Okay, 2 more turns. No? 1 more turn. What the heck? I probably undid my wait turn. There we go. Darn. I wanted her to stay... to have a roach staying in the place that was going to be in the way, but actually there's nothing to worry about, I think. Maybe there is. Okay, let's see. That's marginally better, I think. This is the kind of situation that I wanted to avoid, but maybe it's not entirely avoidable. Okay, let's go back and try something else. I guess what I need is for her to just go due west. Maybe spawn in front of herself at some point. Yeah, I think that might be better. Because then I can, well, I don't know, maybe spawn one more in there, pull you up, push you away. There we go. That's what we want. I feel like you could make this room work with scripting that instantly killed all the roaches in the maze the instant the queen came out. That's my feeling. You could make this kind of room interesting if you had scripting that killed all the roaches instantly after the queen went out. Or heck, just like have her step on a thing that makes all of this fire traps. But none of those modern such options were available at the time this was made, I think. Well, maybe scripting was. I don't know exactly. I think this is rooted hold based. Alright, so I kind of want her to go south and spawn under herself. Or not? I'm not sure that's... Okay, that's a little better. Maybe. If she spawned right there, then I'd be able to handle things pretty well. So let's do that. I guess what I'm saying is I don't feel like conceptually the idea for this puzzle is necessarily bad. It's just that they lacked the technology to make it non-tedious at the end. I feel like I could leave the room right now and say, okay, I solved it, essentially. The only problem is that officially I haven't, because I need to get all of the roaches out of the entire maze and kill all of them. Doesn't look like those last two want to come out that way. Yeah, I wouldn't enjoy trying to optimize this. Like, I enjoy making sure the queen won't get herself stuck a little bit, but I wouldn't want to try to force her to come out as optimally as possible with as few roaches spawned as possible, and then pull the roaches out as quick as efficiently as possible. I think that would be a bit much to do. Imagine this room with a timer if you want to know how this could be horrific. With a timer that only ends when you close a green door. Yeesh. I'm just gonna kill the ones that are farthest out first, I think. I guess technically, optimizers are experiencing this room with a timer. Because that's what an optimizing is. It's trying to do it in the least time possible. Technically, the timer would be counting down to whatever the previous optimization was, I guess. There are lots of pockets where roaches are just going to get stuck and have to be pulled out on a kind of individual basis. Which I suppose is the biggest complaint you could make of how this is designed. But hey, I'm killing some and pulling some farther out. It'll get done eventually. Alright, now let's start working on the big clump near the middle. Or I guess continue working on it, since I was trying to build that up earlier. I don't know, just as far as really long suffering rooms go, this room is not that suffering, it just is long. Like, I'm not suffering by having to do some crazy snake manipulation forever, or mow the grass of a growing gel mother constantly. Well, yeah, like I was saying, if the queen stepped on something that made all the rest of the room fire traps, or if scripting just said, okay, the queen's out, instantly kill everything else in the maze, that could be cool. It would be neat if an architect could build a puzzle with multiple roaches, a maze with multiple roaches in it in such a way that the way the player goes to pull out the first roach also coincidentally causes the other ones to get into better positions. I guess it's usually used against the player instead of for them though, where you need to kind of identify which roach has to come out first if there are multiple mazes and multiple roaches, in order for the others to be unlocked so that you can actually get them where they go. I wonder what turn it is. Oh wow, I'm not even most of the way through the original Architect's timer. Time. Hey, if I could teleport all the roaches out with a special command, I'd optimize the room. Could you imagine if, like, maybe this isn't possible because of how recently special command was invented, but could you imagine if a hold existed for like years, and then like there was this hard to optimize room that existed, and the Architect's demo just played it normally also, but then someone decided one day to just hit the special command button, maybe by complete accident, and the room instantly solved itself when they did that, so that they immediately got the best score because they pushed the special command button once. I think that's maybe an argument for why the architect shouldn't be allowed to specify any buttons beyond the designated ones. Like, you can't determine as an architect that the player causes something to happen in the game by pushing the letter A. regardless of whether A is a control key for the regular controls. There is no way to type arbitrary letters or read in arbitrary letter input into the game, and that's maybe for the best. Although I guess people would probably can always find other ways to make troll with scripting, even without the help of that. Make troll. Yeah, that's an expression that exists. Alright, everybody is in the right half of the maze. We're almost out. I believe that there will be one roach left. Unless I pull him out now, but... could I? Yeah, I can do that, I guess. Yeah, those two are going to run way to the north, but whatever. I see. It just so happens that the path necessary to get a roach out of this corner right here, and like this corner and that corner, will always bring roaches that are kind of in the middle way to the west. That's a big part of how this level kind of sabotages any optimization attempts at bringing roaches in early, in a way. But I'm pretty sure that I can pull the last two roaches at the same time. I certainly hope so. The funny thing is, most of these little pockets do not matter to the queen at all. The queen just dashes right past a bunch of this, because if the player is focusing on her at least. Would tunnels make this easier? Probably, if you could tunnel from one side of the maze to the other. Poof! It is done. 35th place, and only 6,000 moves. Oh, hey, Rapscuttle did it in 25:20. Check out that slick queen placement. I'm not going to watch the cleaning of the roaches. I just wanted to see the queen placements. Alright. Anyway, what's to the east? Oh hey, it's, put the roach in the places that have snakes in them to kill them. Yep. The yep is part of the room description. Yeah, that would work. Have the queen step on something that closes a door so the player can do that. Did I pick the wrong one to do at this step? No, I don't think there is a wrong one. Except for the one that's got a green door in it. That's the wrong one to do except last. I will need to take advantage of one of these to turn around, though. Perfect. And there's the last one. Ta-da! Trivial room like this next to that one. Wow. Here's the exit room with an unnecessary maze. Neat. That trapdoor on Red Pit did not read well at first. So is this 100% crowd on Pit? Oh no, this is a trapdoor maze with roaches in the way. Okay. That's fine. Eventually I'll need to come back to the entrance, so it's okay to leave some stuff undone there. At least I can make my own 2-tile safe spots anytime I want, almost. I guess I should say, at least they're not brained. That would make this a bit of a pain. It does not look like I have to cross this little bridge here, but I would be better off killing the queen earlier by doing so, and then not standing on her force arrow. I mean, I made a bit of an error here. Calling this a maze is maybe a bit of a stretch. It's more like a trapdoor lawn to be mowed. Might check that out. And while you're mowing the lawn, there's also some mosquitoes trying to bite your face off, which you need to kill with your sword while your feet are mowing the lawn. Yeah. I created a very risky situation for myself there. But I knew how to get out of it, so it's fine. Pretty sure I can come back around to that easy enough. Oh, wait. I thought there was a passage between this and that. I thought there was another passage between this north area and that area. Sorry. It's kind of hard to see red trapdoors on a red pit texture. guess I should try to clean that out a little bit before I go north. There we go. I found it, the one tricky part of the room. No more roaches. Now it is just busy work and clearing and exiting the room. Ta-da! That was the end of the level. How is that a food cellar? How is that room in a food cellar? Whatever, anyway. How do you keep food there? Oh yeah. I just sort of zoomed away when I saw the exit level. Whoops. Downloading data. Mine was almost, but not quite 1,000. Rabscuttle has done this in 716. That is a lot of dashing straight after the queens that's going on right there. Which makes sense, because the one source of delay is, in the busy work time, is dealing with the roaches that are in the way. Check that out. There is so much space to dash through that I'm not surprised that it would be a good strategy to do that if you're trying to complete it fast. I'm just inclined to clean up everything around me when I have the opportunity in a trapdoor room. Alright, was that the hold? No, okay, there's another level. Storage. Beethrow's adrenaline started pumping when he heard the snakes hissing below, but there were already snakes above. What the heck? Alright, so here's a thing. I guess we'll be killing this snakes with this eye. Hooray! A decision was made by the architect to make this necessary. Is that what I needed to do, I wonder? I'm not sure I can get him back where I need him from there. Well, no, there's no way to... I don't really see any way to pull him to the east anyway, right? I can't go far enough south. So I guess I am supposed to go to the west? Yeah, I guess I could run east while it's doing that. Yeah, like this. This kind of works, probably. Timing. Actually, no. No timing needed. Diagonal. Diagonal again. I can't diagonal in that part, though. So I think... How should I go about getting him out of this area? There's no way to pull him all the way south, so I guess I need to pull him this way and westward. Yeah, that must be it. And then kind of up, around, and over. Then he will willingly step here. If I don't stop messing it up. If I do stop messing it up, rather. And finally, he will kill this one. Oop. Okay. Neat. I guess my goal here is to use the tar baby as a snake trap. Or something. Oh, tar babies as a snake trap. Okay, that's not as bad. There we go. Awkward timing there. Okay. Easy enough. Here's the level exit. With some neat decorative pools and a symmetry. Here it is, brained snakes. While I chase after some buttons. Unbrain them. Wait. And then maybe kind of try to push them into the numerous traps all over the place. One of them even managed to jump into a trap while brain, which is kind of impressive. Alright, what's to the east? Okay. Kind of want to just wake this one and then use that configuration of eyes right there as a snake trap if possible. First I need this guy to get back into the center area. There we go. All done. Now it's just to kill the eyes. '65th place, wow. Are these guys brained? They do not appear to be. Looks like I'm meant to maybe make a snake trap with trapdoors. What does this do? Okay, that. They both toggle it, so I can kill a snake right away by doing that. The trapdoor zone essentially is a snake trap already. It just requires a bit of interaction to be one. Can't quite get to that in time to be useful for these two. trying to either push or keep these guys to the south of me while north, or to the north of me while south. Because then I can definitely just do the same thing as before to kill them. There we go. 79th. What is first place? 118 moves. Micthro. Just sort of kills these guys up against this orb quite a lot. Oh, and also managed to move in a way that killed all but one of the south snakes before he even started on the orb. And turns things... Wow, okay. Just sort of turns everything around to be perfectly exactly where it needs it to be. Here's another long walkabout. Plumbing area. When Bithro reached this floor, he started to gag. The smell of sewage permeated the area. I'll be able to fix the septic pipes after the monsters are cleared out, says Frank the plumber. Okay. This is an awful trapdoor mimic room. I think I pass. This is... Here's some Wraithwings on trapdoors, yo. Have a fun. A fun. Yeah. Looks as if the last one is intended to be killed on that door. I'd really like it if I could get these guys to come after me a little better. Maybe I should wait a little longer on killing the ones from the south. Alright, I still have room to kill this guy on the door, so we're fine. And yes, I can exit. Okay. So, this is the trapdoor level, I guess. Here are things that require you to do things involving trapdoors. Even though we just had trapdoors in the previous level also. If you stepped here, you screwed up. Well, this isn't trapdoors. Instead, it's, don't wake the eyes, I guess? Have you ever seen the episode of Candid Camera where they put up a sign reading, "Please do not step on the white tiles"? No, I have not. Is this relevant somehow? I mean, in this case, it's please do step on the white tiles and not the dark ones, as far as I can tell. Yeah, maybe I should actually deal with these guys first. A little bit more. How do I not get stabbed in the back by this jerk? Oh, there we go. I don't know how that worked, but I'm happy that it did. So after hitting that orb... Oh, there's a way to exit, okay. There's a way to go kill the eyes now. I am going to deal with the eyes first and then the Wraith Wings, I think. Diago squares. Eyes are a pretty classical way to enforce certain kind of line-based movement restrictions. This is the first room they ever designed. Wow, okay. My first room I ever designed was that horrible room in Invisible Brains of XFH where there are just a million roaches, but you're invisible. Yeah, anyway. I guess that's it. The other room... Oh wait, there's a room north of there. I'll check that out. Hi. Eyes. It looks like this is just an eye horde. And nothing more. This just keeps going. Alright, we're almost done. Okay. Well, that was a room, I guess. How do you do that fast? Bomber 50 will show us. We first wake up a bunch of them at the start. Yeah, this doesn't feel that different from my solution, it's just a bit better. It looks like even the optimal solution has to bother with going all the way to the north to get those last two eyes that are awkwardly placed way up there. Yeah, I think their views are almost entirely in this outer arc, too. Like, this one was facing that way, so he has a few tiles of vision right here at the edge of this arc, but not much else. Same way with this one. Okay, I have seen enough of this hold, I think. Do I want to continue? The MMO game. What MMO game is that? Snakes to Death? I'll probably call it a day for now and come back soon. I think that's best. Oh, is it? Okay, I guess I'll look at it. Mode selection. After you completed all modes, go south. What if I go south now? That's probably the end of the hold, I guess. Oh. That's a bumping sound if I ever heard one. Okay, let's see. Classic mode. Serpent mode. I still don't know what MMO this is. And there's no puzzle. This is literally just a cutscene of the snakes dying. Well, this is a little satisfying, I guess. Was there a snake MMO or something? I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to hear that there was one. To be honest. All snakes died. Rattletail mode. It's the same thing except with rattlesnakes. Okay. Oh, I see. Okay. That last one is just going to take a while, I can see. Yep. Any day now. Any time now. There we go. No? Okay, for some reason I thought, okay, we're good, there he goes. All snakes died. Adder mode. Stablehead mode. Stablehead? The head of a stable? I guess it's the same kind of pathway as before, it seems like. Okay. Well, this one didn't take nearly as long as the rattlesnake. There wasn't this weird hanger-on forever and ever. Alright, I'm gonna... Whoops. This was an accident. What happens when I accidentally... Is it gonna cutscene forever? I think I broke it. Hang on. Anyway, I think I can clear this room by closing all the doors. That was all I wanted to do, but I stepped too far north. You conquered Snakes to Death Remastered, and there's hardly any teeth marks on you. This is not any different. Okay. Well, there we go. So this was pretty great. It had some neat tricks. Like, it wasn't ultra hard, but it had some neat tricks and things. This just felt like a lot of tedious rooms existed into place. This had some things and some tedious things and some other things. It had one south in existence. Anyway, Snakes to Death. Alright. Thank you for watching. Yeah. Maybe not with the technology to complete it if you're talking about Smith Basement. Anyway, farewell. This time for sure I should be able to finish 7th Dragon next Wednesday. Ah. That was such a disaster. Anyway. But farewell for now.